Welcome back to Topic Tuesday. I get to kick it off this week.
Mm.
I am Juliana Janson, and I'm here with Alan Dembski from Buffalo First Wealth Management. And we were talking in our office about some changes that are coming to New York State in the retirement space. And we thought this would be a good topic to talk about here. With pensions being eliminated for a lot of organizations, saving for retirement is falling on individuals for a large portion of the population. So some changes, we do everything we can to try to stress the importance of saving as early as possible. But the state is actually taking a more active role in this space as well. So, Alan, can you talk a little bit about some of the changes that are coming in New York State for small business owners?
Yeah, absolutely. The biggest one is as it's working through the state senate now and or legislature is retirement plans call for small businesses, and the plan is called the New York Secure Choice. So that what that does is forces small businesses to offer their employees a retirement plan.
So, can you talk a little bit about some of the changes that are coming to New York State for small business owners?
Yeah, one of the biggest changes for small business owners in New York State is called the New York Secure Choice. What that does, it mandates small businesses less than 10 employees to offer them some kind of retirement plan.
So, who is administering it? Is it administered by the government?
No, that's a very good question because some people get all bent out of shape if they think that the state is actually doing something. After they passed the legislation, they all voted on appointing a company called Vestwell to administer and custodial the assets in the plan. So the legislature, New York State, does not hold your money. They do not distribute money. It is all with Vestwell as a custodian or the platform to hold the assets.
So, how is it going to work then for if I'm an employee working for one of these small companies?
So the limit is 10 employees or less. So every two full-time employee or part-time employees equal one full-time employee, just to kind of get that out of the way. But what it does is the employer is going to have to offer this to you at a 3% deferral rate. So 3% of your pay will go into the retirement plan. Now, you can opt out, which is completely fine. However, you have to let your employer know. You can increase that, you can contribute more than that. But if you don't do anything, 3% of your pay will go to the New York Secure Choice retirement plan.
I actually like the fact that it's mandatory because life gets busy and a lot of people forget to get their retirement savings started. So it's kind of nice that it's actually mandated and that you have to take steps to opt out of it. And I know that statistics say most people don't opt out, which actually is great.
Right.
Um,
And currently, 12 states are implementing this type of retirement plan. So it's not a New York State thing. It's not a political thing. We're one of, there's 12 states currently, and we're one of 10 or 9 others that are going to be implementing it. So almost half the country at some point in the next year or so is going to have this mandate. Now, some of the numbers in the other states will change, but this isn't a mandate only for New York State residents.
so if for the small business owner, let's say that I decide not to participate. I miss the boat and I don't sign up and I don't register my company with Vestwell and this program. What happens?
So currently, that is not listed on the Secure Choice website yet. However, if we can go by what other states have done so far, as far as the 12 other states that have penalties, it ranges from $10 per employee up to $500 per employee. So there is quite a swing as far as fines, and there's some on a yearly limit that they'll cap at certain amounts, and some are 6 months. So depending on the state, I mean, those penalties could be severe. So if I'm a small business owner with 5 employees and I don't do this at $500 an employee, $2,500 fine in some states, that's pretty steep.
So there are other options besides Vestwell. If I am a small business owner and I'm watching this, what are your recommendations for next
Yeah.
week?
So yeah, one of my recommendations would be really to reach out to your financial advisor or a financial advisor in the area that works with um, small business retirement plans. Some people get confused that it's only a 401k that I can offer to my employees, and that's not it. There's other retirement plans out there that do satisfy the retirement rule. We won't get into each and every one of them, but there are other plans that do satisfy this regulation that's coming down from New York State.
Right. So thanks. I think it's really an important topic. And I think that, as I've said before, the sooner people start looking into this, the better. And if you are a small business owner, you definitely don't want to be paying penalties instead of compensating your employees. So it's definitely something that the sooner you look into it, the better.
Yeah,
Um,
and I would say also just throw in one more thing. I know we might be going over today, but I do have one more thing. I think with all the other stuff that employers have to deal with, whether it's sexual harassment training, that training, this regulation, that regulation, it's one business owners feel that it's one more thing. But at the end of the day, it's really there to help the employees that have nowhere else to go, that don't know who to reach out to. And this just gives them a way that they can contribute through their paycheck, out of sight, out of mind, whether it's something small. Just gets the biggest thing I would say is something small is better than nothing, and starting early is better than starting later, especially if you watch our other videos as well.
I agree because half of it is the inertia of getting started, and it's always easy to tweak it down the line and increase it, but getting started sometimes is the toughest. Well, that's all. That's our topic for Topic Tuesday. If ever you have additional topics you want us to cover, please shoot us a note in the comments or shoot us an email or look us up on our website. We would love to listen to your feedback. So thanks very much.
And stay tuned to all the updates.